Hey guys, some of y'all know about the issue I've had with my tyrant of a neighbor, which is Lewis R. Wolf and Lewis A. Wolf, and I am completely exposing these men. After 6 years of them have vandalized, trespassed, damaged my property where I can't even try to sell my house as a result of it. They're being sued by the city of Aberdeen, and there is also a conflict of interest in a tort, and even with my rights because of it, where they claim that their hands are tied, yet this person has caused so much damage to my home. So I'm going to show you some evidence here. And just going through some of the stuff that I've dealt with these two men. And I do believe that this needs to go to the city hall as well as to the attorney general, because they have not enforced when they gave them the no build order, and then they did all this stuff they've done with no permits, as well as when they did this stuff that they done with the fencing and raising the property in a flood zone to cause water erosion. They did this before there was any surveys ever done. So I just want to point that out, that surveys weren't done when they did any of this, or they didn't even have permits. So here, straight ahead, this fence right here, you see right here on the other side is Mr. Wolf's property. This fence was actually here when I bought my house in 2019. The fence you see right here, which we call a spite fence with malicious intent. You can see how it's under the eaves of my home. It's actually triple layered. You got one layer here, you got another layer here, and another layer out here. The original spite fence was 10 feet tall, covering my windows. He actually also raised the property against my house, causing water erosion. You can see right here where he's also raised the property. He did all of that with no permits, no build order, before surveys were ever done. So he's blocked my access to maintain my home, or any contractors also. He's caused probably about $100,000 in damage. And what I'm really upset about is that they have not enforced with the city of Aberdeen when they gave him the no build order, and he's been fined, that enforced him to tear it down after him rebuilding it, manipulating it several times throughout the years, as well as him raising the property, which actually devalues the property from everybody else around here. The surveys were done, which I hold the most current survey in 2024, but here, there's the marker, his whole 14 stinking inches, that he actually has been climbing over the fence to trespass to my property, because he built fences before there was any surveys done, before he had any, he didn't have any permits when he did so. So what's a hypocrisy of all of this is that he's blocking my access to my property to maintain my property, but as a result of him doing that, he's blocked his own access to his 14 stinking inches that he wants grab a hold of, because he already was building a fence before surveys were ever done. Around and around we go. Okay, this fence right here is actually Pam's fence, and it's actually where the original markers were for where the property line was. And I understand why originally he did that, but the spite fence, the nuisance fence, there's no reason for it except for maliciousness that blocked me from maintaining my home, which is his deal. So again, there is the spite fence. He's been coming through that hole right there, as well as trespassing, but you could see where it's against my house. I can't get to the crawl space under my house or anything. He's damaged the whole siding of my home. So I'm just exposing him, and I believe that this needs to go to the city of Aberdeen, to the city hall, because there's a tort. And right now I feel that this is actually considered negligence, and this has actually caused personal harm to myself, as well as I think this needs to go to the attorney general and made public. All right, take care, you guys, and God bless. Oh, by the way, I have proof of all of this. I have video of him actually doing all of this. So yeah, take care. Bye-bye.